worried about things falling off it. So visor down.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name Racing Wolf. Guys, today I am back to Rye House circuit and I'm back to round 6 of Rye House Pro Kart Championship. I missed round 5, so all RHPK guys, I'm really sorry. So guys, the drivers behind me, they ready for the start of the race. They already done qualifying, but a little bit later I'm gonna go and ask them how was the qualifying. Yeah, no time for chatting with the drivers as the race starting really quickly. So yeah, let's see the start of the race and then I'm gonna go around the drivers and chat to them. And also today I have a very interesting topic. I want to chat to the drivers. I don't know if you've seen that clip or you're not, but I'll show you a few seconds from that clip.
And if Ferrari don't like that, they can fuck off as well. In fact, Mercedes can fuck off. They can all fuck off, because I want that sport to be exciting again.
So yeah guys, you've seen that clip with the Jeremy Clarkson chatting about Formula 1 and how to make Formula 1 more interesting. So today I want to go around the drivers and ask them, are they watching Formula 1 at all, and what do they think about the Jeremy Clarkson suggestion. Yeah, so we're starting the race and after we chat to the drivers. Let's go. Right guys, so the race under the way, and now when they started, they're already racing about 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah, so now let me quickly take you through the overall 2019 standings. So leading the championship in overall custom roads, they're in category super. Second place Renegade Monkeys, third place GKD Racing, fourth place Spectre Racing, fifth place DAD Racing, sixth place Polish Lambo, seventh place Zingra Racing. Zingra Racing is they leading in Clubman Championship. Eighth place Universal Racing, ninth place JND, 10th place Monkey Motorsport, 11th CLM Lambo, 12th March Racing, 13th Polish Lambo, 14th Lambo Racing, 15th North 17 Racing, 16th Helicopter Racing, 17th Tubop Lambo, 18th KA Racing, 19th Burton Power Racing, 20th Team Irie Alsa, 21st BMH, 22nd Pelham Racing, 23rd Euro Lambo, 24th Atkins Motorsport, 25th Silver Line Racing, 26th HP Racing, 27th Tank Crisis 2, 28 RTFX, 29 Too Many Pies, 30 KO Racing, 31 ST Racing, 32 PPS Racing, 33 ITS Racing, 34 Steel Racing, 35 Hocus Pocus, and 36 Emmerich Racing. So yeah guys, this is the overall of 2019 championship. Now let's go and let's chat to the drivers about how was the qualifying, how was the morning practice session, and actually how was the round 5. Yeah, so just let's go around and let's chat to the drivers guys. Let's go. How was the round 5?
Round 5, what was round 5? Yeah, it was good.
You won. Yeah,
Yes.
your team won, yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, we did, yeah. Monkey Motorsport were faster, but they had a big crash at the start. Lost a lot of time, but otherwise they would have beaten us. Yeah, Monkey Motorsport engines are awesome.
Yeah, I'm walking through the pit lane and I can see everywhere Monkey Motorsport.
I think he's got about half the grid now.
Yeah. Listen, how was the practice session today?
Quite up and down actually.
Yeah.
We've tried a lot of different things today. We've got quite a different setup to what we normally do, but it seems to work. So we tried a lot of different things that we normally try. So
and how you was for qualifying? You was prepared?
yeah, everything was alright for quali.
You was on the pole of your class.
We were for a little bit, and then towards the end, Monkeys got us, and then Universal pipped us right at the end as well.
So what you can say, what you can predict for this round 6? Monkey Motorsport is quicker?
At the moment, BMH, us and BMH look the quickest, and probably Universal. And yeah, Monkeys are going to be right there as well. I think it's going to be really close. Really, really close.
Tell me, are you watching Formula 1?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not massively, but I am watching it. I'm watching the races.
And have you seen the Jeremy Clarkson clip on the YouTube speaking about Formula 1?
Saying how shit it was.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it, yeah. It's quite funny.
Well, number one, get rid of the stewards. Dangerous driving is what the fans want. So if somebody does dangerous driving, I'd give them an extra five championship points.
Well, I think again with any racing, you've got one of two ways of going. I think you can either really restrict it to make it as even as possible,
Yeah.
or you can just unrestrict it completely and see how fast you can go through engineering and all this kind of stuff. So personally, I think it's okay. I think they should have a budget cap so that the top teams can't just spend crazy amounts of money that the bottom teams can't.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really good thing. But
So your opinion, rules would be better if they try to remove it and see what's happened, or keep it as it is now?
personally, for
your
me,
preference?
My preference would be to put a budget cap in so that all teams have to spend or can only spend a certain amount of money, so that you don't have that gap between the top 3 teams and then everyone else. That's what I'd like to say anyway.
Listen, why you think about Formula 1 these days? Because I'm really thinking a lot about F1 and I don't know, I found it really boring.
What, this season?
I mean, in general. This season may be a bit more interesting.
This season I think's been quite entertaining. There's been a couple of really boring races, but you've got to expect that at some point. You know, you watch any race, there's going to be a boring race one day.
Well, we had the last race at Nürburgring, yeah? Hockenheim, sorry, Hockenheim. And because it was wet, so it was unpredictable and everything was quite interesting, you know. But when we're going to the dry races, everything is predictable.
I disagree. I think Austria was quite an insane race. Silverstone as well was quite. There was 3 races on the bounce. So
yeah, but 3
mental.
races out of how many?
Well, there's been some other good races this season, but you can't. I think you can't expect every race to be like high entertainment, because there's going to be races that some teams are just going to be faster, and it's going to be a bit of a procession. But
yeah. And tell me, here in RHPK, is the money plays big difference if you invest in your go-kart more?
Generally, the more money you spend, the faster you potentially could go.
But as I know, you are a bit restricted here on the. I mean, not restricted on the budget, but like it's not a lot where you can spend money, isn't it? I think the main thing is the engine.
Yeah, but people spend £3,000 an engine sometimes. You know.
And is it making them quicker?
Yeah, I mean, if they're better engines, then yeah, I mean, you're going to naturally go a little bit faster.
So you need to rebuild the engine more often, or brand new engine?
I mean, there's a thing, as far as I'm aware anyway, from what I've heard, there's Honda engines and then there's Cadet engines.
Yeah.
And the Cadet engines, I don't know why, I don't really know anything about the engines themselves, but for some reason the Cadet engines are generally a lot faster, or a lot better, a lot stronger. Which is why they sell for a lot more money. So I've heard some Cadet engines for one engine can sell up to £10,000 for one engine. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I've heard.
But we're not allowed to use them here.
I mean, if they're legal, then yeah, why not? We spent, I think it was £1,300 on our engines. Our engines are awesome. Like they're
Flying.
I'd say they're as competitive as any team around us, without a shadow of a doubt.
Got it. Mate, thanks a lot for your opinion.
No worries.
And,
always good to chat to you.
I'm still gonna come back. We'll see what's happened today, yeah?
No worries.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Right, this is what's teams in Rye, and yeah, this is what's about their practice qualifying and also their opinion about F1. Now we. Can I have a few words with you?
You certainly can.
Cool, nice one. Remind me your name.
Peter, but people call me Mup.
Good. Mate, listen, tell me how was the practice session today and the qualifying?
The first practice was pretty good. Second practice we struggled a bit. Time seemed to be dropping off.
Where was the problem? Setups?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we changed the tyre pressures a little bit, moved the back wheels out a bit, then in a bit, and by the time we come to qualifying, it seemed to be handling lovely. So we're happy with that.
So how is that looked for the round 6? What you think? You strong to go first?
Well, we qualified second in Clubman, but first lap always sorts things out. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, I think we're fourth.
We'll keep it, mate.
I think we're fourth in Clubman at the moment, but we're right on the tail end of the leading group, which is always a good sign.
Listen, and I've been talking to teams in Rye, and they said that round 5 you had a heavy accident.
Yeah, we did on the first corner. I think it was the third car got nudged and spun. Someone went into him, and then we went into both of them. So we lost 3 laps straight off, and then an hour and 10 minutes the bodged repair we did fell apart again, so we lost another lap and a half. Putting the front bodywork back on.
But Graham said you've been catching.
Yeah, we were flying. Well, Paul, who's out there now, he was flying. He got the fastest Clubman lap in his first stint.
Fastest?
Just catching up. And we ended up, within the last 2 laps of the race, getting on the podium. We claimed the 5th place right at the very end of the race. So, yeah, it was a good race.
Nice, really nice.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? Today I want to ask you a question. Do you watch Formula 1?
Yes.
You watch every race?
I try to. Not always live. I'm often watching it on catch up or whatever, but yeah.
Then I have another question. Have you seen the clip where the Jeremy Clarkson talking about the F1?
No, I haven't.
Where, okay.
Number 2, the cars have to be stronger. They have to be able to withstand, wheel-to-wheel action without bits of front wing coming off.
I think there needs to be a little bit of contact allowed. That's racing. There's always a little bit. If you don't push it to the limit, you're not trying hard enough.
Exactly.
So when you get a little nudge here and there, it should be accepted.
Me personally, I agree with Jeremy Clarkson, because, I'm not agree to remove all the rules.
No.
But I am agree that definitely make a car stronger.
Yeah.
Because, where we, Hockenheim, when the last race, sometimes they hit just the sausage curb and that's it, the front bumper just went out.
Yeah, I know. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah. Listen, how do you think Formula 1 these days? Is it too boring or it's still okay to watch?
It has been recently, apart from the last race or 2, where somebody else, Max Verstappen's got up front, and Leclerc has been pushing up the front.
Yeah.
So there's some new young drivers that are coming through that I think are going to make it a little bit more interesting again.
But what do you think about the rules in general? Because me personally, this season I've been watching the last few races.
It's tricky because they're penalising for a bit of contact.
And how do you think here at RHPK, because like in Formula 1, more budget you invest, quicker you are, Here at RHPK, the same situation or is it different?
Sort of, but nowhere near as much. I think the engines are now fairly level across the field, and the guys that are right up the front are the really fast drivers.
And the engine here is quite affordable, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, well, Monkey Motorsport, that's us.
Exactly.
We're making the engines for
Wait,
it.
I've been filming the grid and everywhere, Monkey Motorsport.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's amazing. Good job,
Yeah,
guys.
that's
Good
it.
job. Mate, thanks a lot for your opinion.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks a lot for all the information about qualifying.
Yeah.
And right, guys, I am with Harrison now. Harrison, listen, I want to ask you, how was the practice session and the qualifying?
So practice was good. We sort of were just experimenting with different rims and things like that, trying to find out what was best, because obviously the sun keeps sort of going in and out with cloudy conditions at the minute.
So it's affected the tarmac?
It was affecting the track a little bit. Obviously we had the corporate carts going out during the breaks as well, which sort of affected times. Qualifying was pretty good. We started 4th on the grid.
Ooh, that's nice.
We couldn't really get much more out of it. Obviously I didn't go out qualifying personally, but yeah, the times were at the front were very quick. 40's dead. 41 dead pretty much, which is obviously rapid. So we weren't quite there, but we were still up in the top 4. Top 2 rows. I meant, yeah. So not too bad. Dropped back a little bit at the start, and we're now 5th or 6th, I think. Just trying to chase back time really.
But it's plenty of time.
Exactly, plenty of time. Still only in the first stint, so it's all
listen, mate, because I missed round 5. Can you tell me how was round 5 for you?
For us, round 5 was a bit of a disaster. We literally first lap, first corner got taken out, and
really?
that was it. Yeah, so we didn't finish round 5.
Oh, so first lap and that's it.
And that was it. Yeah, start of the race, come round stadium, and then got tapped from behind and just span, unfortunately, and that was it.
Oh wow, sorry to hear about that.
No, right.
You know what, I want to ask today about Formula 1.
Yeah.
Are you watching Formula 1?
Yeah, I did watch the last race, and I've just seen the qualifying results.
And how about the other races this season?
I haven't been following it too much. I've been working, so every time I've tried to watch it, I've been either at work or racing myself.
Oh right, listen, and because I don't know if you heard Jeremy Clarkson saying on YouTube about Formula 1, where he said, I'll show you that clip.
Yeah.
And number 3, fuck off. All of you, fuck off. I want to see Villeneuve and Arnoux wheel to wheel last lap of the French Grand Prix, and if Ferrari don't like that, they can fuck off as well. In fact, Mercedes can fuck off. They can all fuck off.
No, I would agree to some extent. Yeah, I feel obviously the stewards and everything are there for a reason. They're there to make decisions, but I feel like it's at the point where there's almost too many rules. The point where a little bit of contact, a little bit of squeezing, rubbing, racing really is sort of causing people to be given penalties and things like that. I feel that the drivers don't get to sort of race as hard as they used to, sort of thing. And obviously all the regulations with the cars as well make it very car based rather than driver related. If you're in a Mercedes, you're basically going to be up the top there. Yeah. So I feel like some of the rules do sort of take away from the racing a bit. But so I would agree to some extent.
And you know what he said? He said that the cars should be stronger because every contact and you lost the front wing or rear wing. What you can say about this?
Yeah, no, I agree as well, because obviously the materials they use in the carbon fibre and things like that to keep weight saving down is obviously very brittle, and as soon as they make any contact, it just goes. But then it's sort of trying to find that balance between a robust car that isn't going to break and obviously something that's still going to be lightweight and fast around the track. So. It would be good to see if the cars could be made a little bit more, so a little bit of contact, a bit of rubbing wouldn't do so much damage, but I think that's quite hard to do at the same time as well as maintaining lap times and pace on the track.
That's true. Listen, and because I know in Formula 1, like some of the teams investing millions and millions, and some of the teams don't have that budget, and that's why they're slower. What you can say about the go-karts? The same situation or a bit different with the finals?
I think it's a bit different. I feel like obviously if you're paying a lot of money and you can afford to obviously buy new parts and new components and everything, your car's going to be top notch every single race, then obviously that is going to be an advantage. But I feel like it's not sort of on the same scale as F1 where they're putting obviously millions and millions into each car. But I feel like it's a lot closer in the karts, obviously, because things just don't tend to. I mean, I say they don't tend to go wrong. We've had quite a few things go wrong, but as a whole, it's a lot closer, and the parts are they last a lot longer. The F1 obviously you're changing things all the time, and it's a lot more sort of high standard. So yeah, no, I don't feel like it's as close to F1 really.
So here in the karting, we still can say, even if you a bit lower in the budget, but you still have a chance.
You still have a chance of being up there with people who have obviously put in a bit more into the budget of the kart. Yeah.
How are you, mate? You have a time?
Time.
I mean, do you have a minute to spend with me on the camera?
Yeah, a bit.
Cool.
Too many bloody immigrants coming to this country.
You're an immigrant, Dad?
I'm not an immigrant, sweetie. I've been here 30 years. Immigrants are the Eastern Europeans. Coming over here taking our jobs. Jobs meant for us Pakistanis.
How was your qualifying, mate?
It went alright. We kind of. It went alright. Nothing too special, I guess.
Listen, because I missed round 5. How was round 5 for you?
Round 5, what happened? Oh, it went pretty well. Got a black flag midway through the race. My fault, but.
So you had to go through the pits and come back
Yeah,
again?
we went through the pits, out, and we only lost one position though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, surprisingly enough. But,
Wow.
yeah, we managed to get onto the podium 5th position, so I think that's pretty well. So.
Listen, mate, you know what I want to ask you? Do you watch Formula 1?
Yeah.
Like this season, you watch every race?
Yeah, I've seen the German Grand Prix this.
Oh, nice one. Listen, and have you seen the Jeremy Clarkson speaking about Formula 1?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
What do you think about that situation? Do you agree with him?
I mean, some of the things he said was a bit absurd, but like, I understand where he comes from. Like, Formula 1 was getting a bit boring, but with the German Grand Prix, that was really interesting. Probably one of the best races I've watched. But I think the FI is a bit too strict on just overall contact and everything. Because if you take, for example, the Canadian penalty Vettel had, that was a bit, I don't know. It's just kind of controversial. It's whatever you think, but
I think it was a big debate. It's about 50-50. 50% was
exactly.
penalty wrong, 50% was the penalty correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 2, the cars have to be stronger. They have to be able to withstand, wheel-to-wheel action without bits of front wing coming off.
Stronger in that they should be like almost like a tank, because we crash our go-karts and they come out fine, maybe a missing panel, but their front cars, they touch a band and the wheel comes flying off and there's a DNF for someone. Like,
Sometimes they even touch the curb and everything coming out.
oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think they're built to be too light. I think they're built to be fast, not like reinforced. So I think they should strengthen.
Well, I think they're fast, but because they use the tires, which restricting them on a speed. So I really don't see the reason for them to be light.
Yeah.
And because they don't use the whole speed because the tires is restricted.
Yeah.
Because in Formula 1, there is super expensive teams and there is more budget teams. How do you think in the go-karts, the same situation, or it's still in the go-karts more equal?
A lot of teams here, they'll spend a lot of money for, to get to the top places, but it's all about if you check everything in your car, because one thing, you might have a missing screw and your race is over,
Yeah.
But the more money you spend, obviously the better your car will be. But if you're not a driver fast enough, or capable of, you know, delivering all that speed that the car has, I don't think the money would be, you know, the key factor of racing. But comparing it to F1, in F1 it's a big, you know, it's a big thing, because in F1
it's a big difference.
Exactly, because if you look at last season, Alonso, he didn't have good luck with his engine.
Yeah, with McLaren.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this season, you look at Williams, or you look at Williams the whole entire other seasons.
Yeah,
they haven't had that good of luck. But
mate, thanks a lot for your opinion. And listen, tell me how you're doing now. How is the situation with your team?
I think we're doing pretty good. We started 8th, we're still 8th, you know.
So you're keeping?
Yeah, but you know, as long as there's no problem, I think we should be alright.
Right, guys, we're already 1 hour and 10 minutes through, and now this is the time for the driver changes and refueling, because on one fuel tank you can do somewhere 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 20. Yeah, depends how long you've been driving on qualifying, but pit stop, someone who've been doing 10 minutes qualifying, they save fuel, and they can do a bit longer, but the people who stay to the end, they're coming out now to the pit lanes because they're really short on the fuel. And here we go. We have Monkey Motorsport here. How's it going?
Energetically.
You've done really quick driver change.
It was good. For change, yeah.
Yeah, no queue in the fuel bay.
No, bang, straight out. No conversation.
Where are you at the moment?
I've no idea.
As usually.
We were in
Why
second.
I'm asking you this question?
We were in second in Clubman before the stop, so we'll work out how it pans out now.
Listen, mate, can I ask you, let's go here.
Let's go over here, not over.
Do you watch Formula 1 this season?
I have done a bit, I haven't got time. Keep building engines for this lot.
Yeah. But listen, mate, I don't know, have you seen the short clip on the YouTube with the Jeremy Clarkson where he spoke about Formula 1? No? Okay, I'll show you.
The world is full of people who will take risks. Always has been. Put them in the cars, let them go wheel to wheel, don't have any stewards. I don't know, 16 races a day if that's what it takes. And you start from the back if you win one. I don't care.
Yeah. No rules. Just go. Whatever you like. The faster you can go, the better it is.
But listen, your opinion about Formula 1 today, is it seriously so boring?
I haven't managed to stay awake for more than 10 laps. Seriously. I have to watch it over about 4 days. I watch 10 laps, fall asleep, watch 10 laps, fall asleep. It's all right, but it's like a lot of people watch it because they aspire to be a Formula 1 driver.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen to me. So this is where I'm interested in, because Formula 1 is, it's like watching Shaun White snowboarding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You're never going to be able to do it, so why bother to watch it?
I agree.
But yeah,
Mate,
yeah, it's amazing.
And can you tell me, because you know Formula One, there is a budget teams and there is a teams who's spending millions and millions. In a go-kart situation, the same? Yeah? More you spend, quicker you are?
No, the more you spend, the less happy you are. It's the same with all motorsport. The more money you spend, the less happy you are.
Okay, I agree. Not everyone don't watch Formula One because it's boring. Just some people might be busy. I agree, but F1 GP happens on a Sunday. So I think if F1 would be really interesting, these people, they would find the time for F1, because I remember when I used to work at the Playscape in 2007, we had a big screen in customers area, and also we had another big screen which been facing towards the circuit, and every Sunday the screen was on. Yes, we've been working, but we could see what's happening during the F1 GP when Lewis Hamilton was battling with Fernando Alonso for 2007 championship. So yeah, this is my opinion, and you heard already a few drivers' opinion. I still want to go around and I still want to chat to the drivers and find out what different people thinking about it. How are you?
I'll be okay.
What's happened? I saw that you've been heated or something like this.
Yeah. I got slightly chopped. And he caught the front of the car, spun off, went into the barriers, and already I was sideways and I went straight into the side of him, who was already planted in the barriers. So quite a heavy hit. My ribs a bit sore, but it's fine. And I was coming in on that lap, so 4 seconds after that I would have been in the pit lane anyway, so it is what it is.
By the way, guys, if you don't remember, this is a team Too Many Pies.
Yep.
Listen, can you tell me how was round 5 for you, because I wasn't here for round 5?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had a few issues with the kart, with some reliability, just with the kart being so old, 17 years old. But we done really well. We had some new engines, and we're much quicker than we'd ever been before, with old tyres. So yeah, we done good. We done good.
Nice. And how is it looks for you today? The qualifying was okay?
Qualifying was, we wasn't last like we normally are, which is good. So we actually qualified 2 from the back, which is really good. It was going okay. But our main thing is just to finish today. The car, amazingly, is still running. I can't believe it, because it was a big crash.
Nice.
But yeah, it's still running. So
you know what? I want to ask you this question. Do you watch Formula One this year? This season? Yeah. Every race?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know if you heard the Jeremy Clarkson talking about F1 on the YouTube. It's like a 3-minute clip. Have you seen that one?
No, I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Well, I'll show you, yeah?
Fuck off, the lot of you. Let's turn it into a proper sport again and not some health and safety exercise. I'd far rather watch a Formula E race these days than Formula One. Far rather. Sorry, I was ranting a bit there, but they can all fuck off, the lot of them.
occasionally it's a little bit. Yeah, it can be a little bit boring. They keep trying to tweak the rules to make the cars be able to follow each other, but they're still in the same issues. They've still got the same dirty air. It's slightly better than it was. Sebastian appears to have lost his way. Yeah. And hopefully after the last race, when he done a good drive, hopefully we can have a little bit more of a fight. More than one team just driving away with it.
Yeah, and you know what? Because he said that the cars should be stronger. Because seriously, when I've been watching the Canadian, I think, Grand Prix or the Australian, where there is a big sausage curve. Yeah. You know, even when they're touching that sausage curve, their front wings just flying out. Yeah. What do you think about this to make cars stronger?
I mean, it's the same. The designer wants to make them light. Light equals fast. Not always.
But look, we have them light. Then why they restrict them on a speed with the tire treads? Yeah. That's a little bit doesn't make a sense, isn't it?
It's going round in circles again. Yeah. The powers that be obviously have a plan, but the designer's plan is to get past the rules.
Yeah.
And that's their thing, make their cars go as fast as possible and as light as possible.
Mate, your opinion, how we can make Formula One more interesting and more viewable? For the spectators and for the drivers, like it should be more battling.
Yeah, I mean, some of the decisions on some of the driving standards have been a little bit. They don't appear to be measured by the same rule. It's like one race somebody will do something and get away with it. The next race somebody will do exactly the same thing and not get away with it. And it seems they need to make a set of rules and stick to them. But obviously the drivers are always going to be pushing the limits, because if they're not pushing the limits, they need to give up and go and do something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, really interesting. Really interesting question, how we can make Formula One more interesting for the viewers and more battling for the racing drivers. You know what? Leave your opinion in the description. You know what? Leave your opinion in the comments down below. And yeah, I just really want to know your opinion, guys. I really want to read about it. And you know, if I'll see something interesting, I will put that comment into the next video as a topic. You know, if I'll see some interesting comments. So yeah, guys, definitely leave a comments down below. And now let's see some action from the circuit.
Yes, I've been depressed, but I mastered my life, chief. When I'm stressed, only give ironclad advice. I read the text, it says there, black and white. Complete the hex, and you can come back to life. All I see is black and white. Yeah, just like I'm colorblind. They say we ain't acting right, and we should fall in line. They try to control your mind, they do it all the time. Force me to see their light, but all I see is black and white. 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 Black and white. Black and white.
Sorry, mate, what's happened?
No, after the crash we had with Team Mary also, as I'm going round pylon, getting a loud whistling noise. So coming for the pit stop, just before I sent him out, I just saw that it's just caving away at the tyre. So I just took the tyre off, moved it out a little bit, sent it back out.
So it's fixed now, yeah? Right, guys, 2 hours and 10 minutes to go, and it's time to chat to the drivers. How's it going today, mate?
I think we're like 4th or 5th at the minute.
In the supers, yeah?
Yeah, the kart felt good in qualifying, and in general I think our pace is good, but we just can't compete with the guys at the front. They're just doing ridiculous times. I mean, they're averaging something like 41 2s and 3s consistently, where we were doing, you know, sort of 5s and 6s. So they're just in front of us today. We can't compete, and we're not the only one.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah. Listen, I have a question. Do you watch Formula 1?
I do.
Yeah, every race?
Most of them.
Most of them. Have you seen Jeremy Clarkson on the YouTube chatting about F1?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
When you get to the point when I am watching a tennis final and not Silverstone, and my son, who grew up with cars obviously, is watching the cricket rather than Formula 1, something is wrong with Formula 1.
The trouble is, F1 is a pinnacle of motorsport, and at the end of the day, it's about money. Motorsport is about money. Even RHPK, you know, you have to spend money to get SP engines to be at the front, you need to get chassis done, engine rebuilds, and going on to F1, you know, people are spending so much money to be up there. So I wouldn't say it's true racing, it's who's got the biggest checkbook. That's what Formula 1 is.
But look, I understand it's investing lots of money, but look, they did the cars light, they did them, you can damage them very easily, you know, but then what's the point to make them so light and so quick if they restricted them with the tires, with the tire treads?
Well, the trouble I think at the minute, I remember Max Verstappen said this, is you can push hard one lap, then you've got to cool the tyres down for another lap, then you've got to try again, go back. So a lot of it is managing the tyre. What I think they should do is go to a harder compound where you can push the tyre flat out for longer. So you might be a bit slower, but you'll be able to push harder for longer, and that I think would make great racing. So if you made that for the whole grid, that would make the racing really enjoyable, I think. Rather than having to constantly save the tyre, it'll be a bit more about the driver. So I think they should do that, and obviously the budget cap thing's a really good thing, I think, when they do it. That'd be awesome when that comes into effect.
That's really good idea.
Yeah.
That's really. And what you think about the rules in general? The rules. Look,
like the decision making for penalties and stuff.
Yeah. Decision making for penalties.
Because like Canada and stuff like that.
I think it's not only Canada. It was the other races
Austria,
where Austria, Canada, Vettel, Hamilton. Then was Verstappen versus Leclerc. I don't remember which circuit was that, but they had that situation. And like in Canada, Vettel received 5-second penalty, but then in I think Austria, Vettel and Leclerc, they get away, you know.
Oh, Max and Leclerc.
Oh, sorry, Max Verstappen is that was, yeah?
Yeah, it was. It's hard to say. I mean,
but do you think they should be so strict?
The thing is, if you're too relaxed, people will go over the boundary. Like, for instance, you know, a good example is I was speaking to Mark about the rules here for being on weight 180 kilos. Even if, because I remember when we got a penalty for being 1795, I said, well, why are we getting a 10-place penalty for such a small effect? We probably didn't even make a difference. But the trouble is you have to be harsh, because you have to understand there's a boundary you cannot cross. If you make it too relaxed, everyone will cross it and they'll try and make an excuse and they'll allow it. So I feel they do have to be harsh. But regarding the FIA, I think they're just known to be harsh in general. But I do feel sometimes a little bit inconsistent. But
that's what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry if that was a lot.
No. You said everything correct. You know, just you made a good point at the end. Like, they should be consistent. It's really true, because what we see this season, it's completely, for me, I don't understand the one race like this, the other race the other way. You know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
39 in turn 1. Right, what's happening on the circuit? All the driver changes made, and everyone on the circuit right now. Number 14 and number 9, they had a battle for first and second place. Where are they now? Let me quickly check them. Oh, here is number 9. And number 14. Here is number 14. So who is leading? I'm really interested who is leading. Wow, we have a changes. I just checked on a mobile app, live for timing. Number 9 overtook number 14, and I'm not sure if that happened in the pit lane or during the driver change, or it's happened on a circuit. But at the moment, number 9 leading. Okay, what happened with number 16? Why he's in the pit lane? Right, we have some problems happening on the circuit. I don't know what's wrong with number 16. I'm gonna find out it later. But number 6 was called into the pit lane because it has oil leaking. Yeah, one of the engines has problem, and this is left-hand side engine. Yeah, I don't think they will go out because they have either swapped the engine, which will take long time. Yeah, I can see the oil leaking, but I don't see where is the problem. But number 6 out of the race. Unfortunately, things like this happens. Right, number 16. What's wrong with number 16? Is anything happened with the go-kart?
We had a bit of an issue earlier on.
Is that was technical problem?
Pardon?
Is that was technical problem?
Yeah, well, we had just a bolt come loose on the on the throttle pedal, so it was stopping us getting much throttle on. We lost a lot of time with that. Pit stop wasn't very good, so we just decided probably best to just save tyres and that today and come back another day.
So you stop racing?
Yeah.
Mate, sorry to hear that.
No worries.
But we still have a few rounds in front.
Yeah, let's hope so. They go a bit better, but it's one of them things.
But I saw you was quite good at the beginning, yeah?
Yeah, well, Steve was out and he was doing well. We lost a bit of pace earlier on. We've been struggling a little bit for pace all day, really. But we were doing the best we could. But it's just one of those things, really. It's motorsport, isn't it? Shit happens.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Right. So yeah, as you can see, guys, number 16 has technical issues, technical problems with the throttle. So yeah, they can fix it. It will take a time, but I agree with them. It's if they want to save the tires, yeah, it's no point to go out. Okay, let's come back. Hiya. Let's come back to the circuit and let's see what's happening there. Let's see. Right, guys, less than 1 hour and 30 minutes to go, and drivers doing their last pit stop and refueling. Here we go, as you can see. Lots of drivers for the driver change. A bit of chaos in the pit lane, but at the moment everything going fine. We just have a Lambo racing. Something wrong with another go-kart. Too many problems today. Too many problems with the go-kart. Oil leakings, engines, chains, bearings. Too many problems. Right. Yeah. So. Oh, here we go. Another team's coming for the driver change, or one of them for the driver change. I don't know what the another one. Something wrong with the car as well. Looks like. So let's chat to the drivers who just now came out of the circuit. How's it on the circuit, mate? How's it on the circuit?
It's quick, to be honest.
Yeah?
It's a lot of grip.
A lot of grip?
Yeah.
Because the other team said me that it is slippery.
No? Well, I don't know, maybe our setup's good then.
Ah,
I thought it was good.
Got it. What was your lap times?
Like 42 ones, 42 twos.
42 ones, consistently?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice one.
I had a little spell in the middle where I was kind of tired, but otherwise, yeah.
Oh, and listen, where are you at the moment? What position?
I have no idea. We had to pit in a rush because the fuel line snapped, and then I didn't have a radio. So I literally haven't got a clue where we are. Are we alright? Yeah? Fifth. We're fifth. There you go.
Oh, in the class or overall?
Clubman.
Oh, Clubman.
Can't be overall. Yeah.
Ah, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay, mate. I'll be back later. Cheers. Right. So this is what teams in Rye. They at the moment running 5th, and here we have team 61. And something wrong with this car. How is it on the circuit?
Yeah, it's alright. Obviously, going straight back out on old tyres because obviously had a puncture. It was obviously a bit of a struggle, but after 3 or 4 laps, yeah, we ain't got the grip that we used to at the start of the race, but we've got some grip, I guess. So yeah, it's not too bad now. So now we're just playing a bit of catch up.
Nice one, mate. Got it. Thank you very much.
No worries. See you later.
Harrison. Yeah. How's it on the circuit?
Yeah, no, good. Times were sort of consistent, sort of high 41s and sort of 42 dead.
High 41.
Most of the time, that's what I was doing out there.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, on the micron, it was coming up 40, high 41, 42, 2s, that sort of area.
And how does it feel? Is it grippy?
It's grippy enough. It's not sort of the best conditions that it's been, but there is grip. It's not super sliding. The back end's quite planted. It's not really sliding out too much.
Oh, got it. And where are you at the moment? What position are you keeping?
I don't actually know. I've literally just jumped off circuit, so I haven't had the chance to look really.
Got it, mate. Got it. I'll find out later. Thank you.
Cheers.
I like driver changes. It's everything happening quick. Everyone under the pressure, concentrated. Bang, 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 and done. Right. To whom else I can chat?
Yeah.
You can do it?
Yeah, we're ready, yeah.
Perfect. You already done your stint, yeah?
Yes, we are Lambo, so we're number 5. We've just done the pit and we're number 10. So there's a couple more to pit in front of us. The one to watch at the moment is probably Atkins Motorsport. So they broke their chassis in practice today. They snapped it in half, so they stripped everything off the car.
Wow.
And they completely rebuilt it this morning.
And Richard
yeah, so Jeff was kind enough to lend them a frame. So they've done everything, the brakes, throttle pedals, throttle connection, so seat position, absolutely everything. They managed to get the car out. They were, I think they qualified basically last because obviously they were getting it ready. They're up into 8th place now. So Atkins Motorsport, and he's one of the quickest on track as well. He's one of the only ones in 41. So Sam Cassidy and Atkins are absolutely tearing it.
Wow.
We're having a good little battle, 9th and 10th with our sister team. So the 2 Lambo drivers here, they're like neck and neck for about 2 hours. So having a proper little battle.
Oh,
yeah, it's good.
Mate, you keeping the eye on the race.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
I'm running around chatting. Next time I know to whom they come.
I think. Okay, so who's actually winning at the moment? Let's have a look. So I think North 17 could be in for a shout after the pit stops. Yeah, they are. So they're leading it now. So the gap after pit stops from GKD who are in second is 29 seconds.
Oh, number 7 went to second place.
Yeah, exactly. So GKD picked it up. But yeah, it's a close race.
Mate, you know what I want to ask you today? Because I want to ask you, do you watch Formula 1 this season?
Yeah, I mean, I can't afford to subscribe to it, but I watch as much as I can, yeah. I think most people are into it. He's the guy who broke his chassis, so yeah. yeah, go on. The race.
So you know what? And have you seen that little clip from Jeremy Clarkson about F1?
Nobody watches it on TV because it's boring, because Mercedes are going to win and there won't be any overtaking, and if there is, the stewards will say, oh, you shouldn't have done that, you've got to start from the back next time out. That's not sport, that's not interesting, that's not exciting.
I think, I mean, obviously you've got that Mercedes dominance, but you've had that for a long time. You've had that with Ferrari and stuff in the past. I think I'd like to see more cars on the grid, to be honest. I mean, you've got 22, haven't you? It'd be nice to have a few more. I mean, you look back like to the 40s and 50s, they used to have like got a grid to like 50 or 60.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if you have more grids, I mean, you don't necessarily need more overtaking. You're always going to have dominant teams.
Yeah.
Unless you bring in budget restriction, you're not going to stop that. And I don't think you should do that in Formula One because it's the pinnacle. It should be whoever's got the most money. That's racing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's part of it. Get the money together. So I'd like just to see a lot more accessible for other teams to enter and start building it up. And I think, you know, all right, you might not get massive battles first, second, third, but I think further down the grid, like, you know, best of the rest. I think that's where the entertainment is in Formula One.
Exactly. And you know what do you think to make cars stronger? Because I am really sometimes disappointed, you know. They just drive onto the sausage curb and the car just literally went apart, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make them stronger. I mean, the idea is to go as quick as you can without hitting anything. So if you're hitting the sausage curb, bits going everywhere, you know. But look, I wouldn't make it stronger. I prefer to see how quick they go. I'd like to see it less regulated.
I agree, but look, I prefer to see how quick they go as well. But then they restricted it by with the tires, where they put the free treads.
Yeah.
So actually, they're making it lighter and quicker, but then they're making it slower with the tires.
Yeah, sure.
It kind of doesn't make a sense, isn't it?
I mean, since Liberty Media have taken over Formula One, I think it's been a lot more. I think it's been better, to be fair. I mean, I think this season's been one of the best seasons you've had in a long time.
Yeah.
All right, Lewis Hamilton's winning all the time, but you know, he didn't last meeting, did he? So I think it's good. I'm enjoying it at the moment, and just like because obviously the people here are passionate about motorsport.
Yeah.
You get a good feeling for what Formula One's like from coming places like this and speaking to people, and the majority of them are tending to like it at the moment. So I'm all for it.
And you know what? I'm thinking like you said, restrict on the budget. Yeah, I think it will make it more fair.
Yeah.
And I think they need to come back a little bit into the go-karts where everything started and take a little bit from here, because I think Formula One is going too crazy with the budget.
Yeah. No, so I actually disagree. I actually like the unrestricted budgets.
Yeah.
I'm for that. I think, you know, the fact that Formula One is you go to every single manufacturer and you say, right, make the best car you can, spend as much as you want, and let's see who the best is. And that is what Formula One is. So I think to start putting restricted budgets on it, to me, it's just a kind of bit like, all right, it's who's got the most money, but that makes them the better team. So why not?
But then you every year have the same team winning.
Yeah. That's why I want more cars on the grid. Make it a bit more interesting with the back markers. Yeah, I don't think you should be restricted budgets, but I'd like to see like twice as many cars on the grid. And there's no reason you can't do that.
Mate, that's really good, because this is something different what I hear today, you know. It's really good to have your opinion, because it really makes me think, you know, because maybe seriously to have more cars, it would make it more struggle to pass the people who you overlap, you know, so it will make much more interesting.
Yeah, I think for Mercedes, with the budget they have, to not have a sister team like Toro Rosso do with Red Bull, I think that's just insane. I mean, they've got 3 or 4 you know, amazing drivers that are just sitting around like, right, you know, I've won GP2 and there's not a seat in Formula One, and that to me is wrong. So I'd just like to see more, you know, more lower budget teams, but like, you know, more Williams on the grid.
Nice one. Mate, thanks a lot for your opinion, and good luck today. Cheers. Right, guys, 30 minutes to go till the checkered flag. So, someone hit Tim Zingraya and they spun out, but hopefully they didn't lose any places. They're fifth at the moment. Right, yeah, so 30 minutes to go. I'm not gonna go around, I'm not gonna chat to the drivers anymore because everyone watching the race, and I think we already have enough of opinions to make our own opinion. And what can I say about F1? For me, I don't know, it's boring. Yeah, invest a lot of budget, it's interesting, but at the end of the day, when we have only one fastest team, it's boring, really boring. And I would like to see Formula One different, like really different. I even don't like DRS. I really don't like DRS because, you know, when you use a DRS, where is that racing? It disappears. You literally taking advantage because of the rear wing, because you open rear wing, and that's it. So yeah, somewhere I agree with the Jeremy Clarkson, somewhere I agree with these guys, but definitely F1 needs to be changed, and this is my opinion. If you ask me how,
put them in the cars, let them go wheel to wheel, don't have any stewards. I don't know, 16 races a day if that's what it takes. And you start from the back if you win one. I don't care. Radicalise it, totally change it.